Welcome back, everyone. So, this is the fourth session, and here we'll be taking all the questions that we had requested all of you to send us about depression. This question is, what is depression? So, we've discussed it in the first segment itself. Does depression differ from person
We
to
already
person?
discussed it depends on the personality of the person.
And the
So
environmental factors and so much. So, this was in the second component. Now, the third one is, what are the main causes of depression? We've discussed this. Can it be cured without any professional help?
see, it depends. Like I said in the third segment, depression can be mild, moderate, or severe. Depends,
Yes, sir.
and depends on the genetic factor. Depends on the personality of the individual. Depends on the support system. Depends upon the environment. So there are so many factors into play. So depending upon those factors, if the things are everything is favorable, why not? Yes, it can be. But it is better you do not wait till the things become severe and then you go to a professional. Like, for example, uh, if mild fever is there, you just take rest, try to take rest and get over with it. So, but when you feel, this fever is not going away and I am not getting well, then of course, then you go and see the doctor.
Right.
So likewise, normal stresses, normal worries will be there. Those are normal things.
Yeah.
But if the things are not controllable by you, then you should definitely see a professional.
Okay, sir. So the next question is, I have observed that caretakers of people who have other psychotic disorders develop depression. How do we prevent it?
This is again something related to the awareness about mental health issues. So, before I answer this question, I'll give an analogy. Suppose I think everybody in their life must have suffered from flu at some point of time. सबको जुकाम वगैरह होता है. So क्या ऐसा होता है? Does it happen if once you suffer from flu, you will never have flu again? No, it doesn't happen like that. You again suffer from flu.
Right.
Okay, you have fever, you get cured, but does it mean you will never have fever again? Yes, you will have fever again. Likewise, it is same with mental illnesses also. Most of the mental illnesses, they are likely to relapse. Most, about 80%, I would say. So the person, the caregiver should be prepared for that. It is not a one-time treatment. हो गया, ठीक हो गया. It is a big problem for de-addiction.
Question is, a person suffering from depression feels so low and unmotivated to even take a step towards improving themselves. They always have this tired feeling and want that people should push them towards their growth. They're healing rather than they're simply walking. How can we overcome this feeling?
This is like I said, under the precautionary measures which we discussed, first of all, that should be done so that you don't fall into major depression. But if suppose it happens, then the things I talked about support system, which includes your people around you, the medical facility available, the environment, that should come into play. So the irony is that whatever is required to be done during major depression, the patient dislikes doing all those things.
Right.
So for that, the support system is very important.
Definitely.
And not being psychologically trained, not being psychologically educated, the people around I'm talking about, for a long duration of time, they are not able to sustain the help. If a person is depressed, his or her friends, after a certain duration of time, will start keeping a distance from that person.
Right.
That is why it is important to seek professional help because they know how to handle these situations.
Also, if the person doesn't feel like going, like physically going, there are also a lot of helplines which are available, 24/7 helplines. They can also contact them in case of
Yes,
emergencies.
yes, that can be done, but there are certain therapies which are to be done in person.
Yeah, definitely.
So depends on the mental illness and the type of treatment required. Certain treatments are possible online, certain treatments are not possible.
Okay, sir. And the next question is, I know many people who tend to claim that depression somewhat changed their visual perception. For example, they started seeing the outside world as a dark bluish or grayish color. So my question is that does depression actually have some effect on the visual perception of a person? If it does, then what is the entire mechanism behind it?
Okay. So, to answer your question in simple yes and no, yes, it has an effect on visual perception. Uh, to answer this question more specifically, in 2010, a study was done in Germany,
Okay.
and this study was done in a university of Germany, Albert Ludwig University in Freiburg. So this study had a control group of 40 people who are not having any symptoms of major depression,
Okay.
and 40 people were having symptoms of major depression. So what they did is 20 of the people who are having major depression were given medications, and 20 of the people who are having major depression were not given medication. And then the visual perception of all these three categories, 40 not having any kind of
Depression.
major depression and no medicine, then 20 having major depression taking medicine, and 20 having major depression not taking medicine. Then their visual perception was checked using a checkerboard of black and white squares. And these black and white squares were having different shades of white and black. So at some point, the difference was very little. So then all these people were asked to differentiate between black and white. So it was found that the people who were having major depression were having less ability to differentiate between black and white compared to the normal people. And there was no difference. There was no difference whether the person having major depression was taking medicine or not taking medicine. Both were having the same problem. So the major difference, like I said when I was discussing causes, the brain structure undergoes certain changes. So likewise, it is quite possible the visual part of the brain or the retina undergoes some changes when the major depression is there in the individual. Because of that, the visual perception suffers. Likewise, in 2010 only, another study was done. It was done on the people who are having bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is person is sometimes extremely sad, highly depressed kind of state, and without any reason, in a very short span of time, the person will be very ecstatic. So this is bipolar disorder, two extremes of same person,
Right.
different two extreme ends of the same spectrum, extremely happy to extremely sad. So their test was done for this color perception only. And again, it was found that they had a difficulty in perceiving the differences in the color. And not just that, it was also found in the first study which I referred to, that there also, and in this study also, it was found that the greater the degree of mental illness, that is major depression or bipolar disorder, the more difficulty people had in color differentiation or the color perception. So yes, it does have impact.
Thank you, sir. So the next question is clinical depression completely curable? Because in the person's knowledge, the person had not met anyone who had clinical depression and is completely fine now. Even if the person gets okay, there are high chances of relapse. The person has seen people having medication from the past 10 years.
Okay. To answer this question, whether or not depression is curable, yes, of course it is curable. Why not? But again, like any other disease, it depends on the things like how severe are the symptoms, number one, how soon the person started seeking help, number three, how competent the person giving the cure is, okay, how much the person was particular about taking treatment, whatever he or she was told to do or take medicines and bring about changes in lifestyle, how much that he or she has done, what kind of support system that person was having. Okay, so there are again very many factors involved. the things are right, yes, it can be cured. And about relapse, I have already stated that, like any other disease, there is no guarantee in mental illness that if a disease is cured, it will not relapse. Like any disease can relapse, this can also relapse. Why not? Given conditions which are favorable, like I spoke about stress diathesis, a seed example. If the seed is there and the favorable conditions are given, the seed will become free. So getting cured does not mean that the person is cured forever. So what we can do, of course, is when I spoke about maintenance treatment, after treatment, if we give a long duration of maintenance treatment, the person remains free of those symptoms, then the likelihood of relapse of those symptoms are reduced.